Is Azerite a tool of the old gods? I've got a thought. Keep watching and we'll explore this in a little bit more detail. So now I've got your minds where we want them to be. I've had a little bit of an idea when it comes to sort of lore speculation type stuff when it comes to BFA. Now, the old gods, we know about the old gods. We've laid the smackdown on them plenty enough over the past few expansions. Cthulhu we defeated, Yogg-Saron we defeated, Y'Shaarj is dead, because, well, yeah, we saw that from Pandaria. Now, there were originally 5 old gods, from what I remember. According to the Chronicles, there's now only 4. So, we still have one left. N'Zoth. With me? So, even though Battle for Azeroth is Horde and Alliance having a little bit of a Barney, getting together, knocking heads, burning down trees and sacking castles, and trolls, lots of trolls. I think there's going to be an old god influence at the end of the expansion. Not straight away, but towards the end. And there's a few reasons for it. A lot of these reasons have been covered to death by a few other people, but I'll just run over the basics. One of the raids is a Titan facility. Now, every time we've had a Titan facility, it's had an old god in it. AQ was essentially there because it was part of the prison holding Cthulhu. Ulduar was the prison holding Yogg-Saron. So the 2 Titan raids we've had have all been old god related. So we're getting a Titan themed raid. We've already been told this. We know this is going to happen. Love it. I love the Titan themed raids. However, we've also been told that we're going to be fighting a lovely little Naga by the name of Queen Azshara. Now, if you haven't read the War of the Ancients trilogy, one, shame on you, because it's an amazing set of books. Go read them. Go buy them. Go read them now. Go on and come back when you're done. At the very end, in the Sundering, Lady Vash, Queen Azshara, and a few of the other highborn night elves were rescued, shall we say, for want of a better phrase, by the old gods, as they were, as everything was being dragged into, Zinashari was being dragged into what is now the Maelstrom. Now, obviously, we've just finished up Legion. It's dead. We've had as you can see in the background, we've had the cinematic for the Silithus questline, which is still only on Chapter 1 as I'm doing this. But, and this is where my thought process is coming in, we've not been told that there is another old god that we're going to be fighting, but I think we will. And this is my reasoning behind it. Now, we've gone to Argus. We've killed all of the demony things. We've put Argus the Unmaker down, and we've helped the Pantheon of Titans to recall Sargeras, or Sargeras, however you want to pronounce it, back to the seat of the Pantheon, where he's now trapped, supposedly, for all eternity. Akalon has a great video on his thoughts on that. I recommend you go watch it, because I agree with him, to be fair. And obviously he's got his really big, huge sword, plunged it into Azeroth, and all of the lifeblood seeping out. Now, this is where my thought process comes in, and this is a little bit jumbled. It's come to me over the past couple of weeks, and I've been meaning to knock this video together for quite a while. What if the whole caboodle is old god stuff? Now, I've never played Alliance beyond dabbling, okay? So my knowledge of the Alliance side of things is very, very limited. However, if I recall correctly, in the Rogue Order Hall campaign, you end up having to rescue Spymaster, whatever his face is. The leader of the Alliance is SI7, because he's been replaced by a Dreadlord. Now, this is where my thoughts are going. I mean, it's all over the place, because the Legion don't like the old gods and vice versa. However, the Spymaster was AWOL, shall we say. He was AFK from his job for quite a while, and we don't know how long he was away. We don't know what happened in that time period. Now, you've got the possibility that, and again, when you watch the Alliance cinematic, you see that the Spy Masters bring in Manduin, his bit of Azerite, in a gloved hand. He's not touched it. And Anduin touches it with his bare hand, and it has a reaction with him, as again has been done to death. However, this has obviously sparked the conflict that we're going to have moving into the next expansion pack. We've got the Horde and the Alliance fighting over what is essentially a weapon of mass destruction. For I am the bringer of death, sort of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of conflict involved, absolutely. We know that's going to happen. However, what if all of these actions have been brought in by a corruption on the SI7 guy? Obviously, Gallywix and his goblins have come across it and they've started mining it. The Alliance weren't getting involved at all until Spy Master Thingy-What's-It, and I can't remember his name, I am sorry, brought this chunk of Azerite to Manduin. That is what's kicked it all off. What if he is an agent of not necessarily the old gods? It's a possibility. He's been corrupted. He may have been twisted in his time away. It may be, since he's come back from his replacement, where I imagine he was being tortured by the Shavara. I mean, heck, they're good enough to torture the souls of Titans. I'm sure they can do wonderful things when it comes to, a little Spy Master human. Maybe that has lowered some of his defenses, and he's hearing the voices of the final old god, who has sensed the coming upheaval and is essentially using this as a weapon. He's making us fight each other to weaken our forces, yeah? And the important part of it, of course, is we're collecting this Azerite. Now, Azerite, from what I understand, is the lifeblood of the Titan spirit inside of Azeroth. So this is basically Azeroth's life essence. Now, what if N'Zoth has planted a suggestion in Spy Master What's-His-Face, maybe Gallywix, I don't know, into somebody's head somewhere that we need to mine this stuff? What if we just left it alone and it was reabsorbed back into the land? Would Azeroth be able to heal herself using this lifeblood? Or is us lot collecting all this Azerite to empower our new necklaces, and whatever other gear uses it, actually doing irreparable harm to the planet that the game is set on? Well, there's food for thought. Maybe this is all what comes up, where we end up with the old god influence, because obviously Spy Master Thingy-What's-It, and I'll keep calling him that because I cannot remember his name for love nor money, he's obviously gone off and been replaced by a Dreadlord, which the rogues, thank you rogues, sorted out, but we don't know what's happened in the middle. We don't know what influences he's had, whether it's opened his mind to the darkness and N'Zoth has sensed that and started whispering to him. It's like if you were to go and mess about in certain areas of Northrend, Yogg-Saron's whispering to you. It whispers to him. Maybe we got something like that going on now. Because you look at Arthas. Arthas was a weapon designed by, or not Arthas, the Lich King, I should say, was a weapon designed by the Burning Legion. Thus, the Scourge to weaken the defenses for the Dreadlords to come and the Legion to come and take over the planet. Yet, Icecrown Citadel is made out of Saronite, which is essentially the crystallized blood of an old god. So again, you've got an influence there. Maybe something similar is going on with Spy Master Thingy. And he's obviously brought this lifeblood that obviously has some sort of light or something in it, because Manduin, being a priest, he's attuned to this sort of thing. He's obviously felt it and gone, oh, it's wonderful. And next thing you know, they're all off and sorting it all out, and we're going to lead on to an all-out war. But yeah, there we have it. It was brief, it was basic. It's just a random thought. I don't usually do lore stuff and speculation because my thoughts all get a bit jumbled, and trying to keep a coherent train of thought is really difficult. But I want your help, guys. I enjoy this sort of thing. I really, really do. Normally, I leave it to the pros. Nobble, Accolon, Pyromancer, the usual guys. Bellular. In this case, however, I think I might want to get in on some of this myself. I think I might do. So what I want you guys to do, obviously give the video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, gives you notification when I get new videos. It helps me, helps grow the channel, and again, it's all about getting the sub numbers and the watch hours in these days to actually get to the point where YouTube allow monetization to happen and I can start pumping money back into new equipment and make better quality videos. Because at the moment, it's just me with a little 720p webcam and my mic. So yeah, if we can get something better going, better quality videos for everyone, which is awesome. Other than that, guys, have a little think. If you've got any other sort of speculation that's along those lines, let me know. Leave a little comment down below. Tell me what you think of my idea. It's a bit out there. It's pure tinfoil hat stuff. So don't take this as any form of gospel, but you never know. Maybe we're barking up a tree that's in the general vicinity of the right forest. It's a possibility. Let me know what you think, guys. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe and that bell, and I will see you all in the next one.